got some work cut out for me. Need to see what all this car needs. Looks like a hood, headlight, and fender for sure. Probably should do the bumper too, but can maybe get by without it, just to get it back on the road. And with the new parts it'll need, they probably won't have any matching panels. So, I don't know. All right, the hood is popped. I think we did break some support here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that hood latch doesn't look straight anymore. Some of this got pushed up. The headlight wasn't supported by anything. Looks like some type of core support here is broken. None of the frame looks to be bent. Well, it's in the garage now, and that hood and fender and bumper won't take itself off. Let's see what the hood needs. All right, so disconnect the air struts or gas struts and unbolt the hinges. One on each side. Is that easy? We'll see. The door hits the fender. I backed it up a little bit to give me some room to work. So got my RX-7 in the way here. That's the hood. That was easy. Start removing some of the fender, start with the obvious points. Well, that doesn't have to come out. This one here, get the wheel well off, get to the bumper. Turn the wheel to get all the clips removed from the fender well, inner fender well. I'm working on the bumper, so disconnecting the fender from the bumper. I got that one bolt, now these two. Well, I mean, the support for the bumper. Brackets removed. There's two more bolts to take the fender off. Yeah, I'm bouncing around here. Fender is removed. The last two bolts are here behind the rocker, and that was easy. That a couple of screws here and some on the bottom, and I just pulled it enough to get out of the way. Work on the bumper itself, so I'll be going underneath it and taking off all the screws. This side of the bumper is already off. There's 3 bolts on the bottom. There was one here and 3 clips, and after that, with a firm pull, this whole bumper is basically removed. And that's an RX-7. Yeah, I'm gonna take off this rebore support and get that radiator core support out. I think I might have to take the headlight out too. The core support, I just went in and took out every bolt I can find. The top part that went across the radiator came apart on its own. Like, this is great. This piece is modular. There were some big bolts here and in here, put some down here. That went through the bottom, and it just dropped forward. I mean, drop down, but I had to take all these clips out. But besides that, it lowered itself and pulled straight forward. It's awesome. Are those ducks? Yes, indeed, that is ducks walking through my yard. With some new or replacement parts of everything that came off, this car will be good. The one I found parts off of is white, so eventually it'll need to be painted. Oh yeah. All the replacement parts are here. The replacement has a little damage, but it's not as bad as this one. So the plan is fender and hood first, core support, headlights and bumper. All right, bolt is in the fender door. Door jamb bolt for the fender end. The 2-button rocker. Before I finish bolting the fender on, I'm gonna put the hood on to see that the body lines are good. Then I'll finish tightening it up or getting it together. So this broomstick's gonna assist me while I get the hinges and struts on. Starting like a car again. Starting like a car again. The hood's on, the fender's on, everything's good on that. Now the car's gonna come up with the ramps, start fitting the radiator core support on the ramps. Got the surrounding portion of the radiator support in, radiator core support in. I kind of threaded a bolt just to hold it up while I get the ends on to hold itself up. This is the top part to save from taking the latch off and the cables, but if I have to, I'll use the new one. But I think the top should work. Now I'm gonna get the top portion on and the little extra side pieces. That's cool, a little more done. And I'm about to get that top portion on. Then the hood's gonna sit level. I know that looks like an issue right now, but it's the same thing on the other side. And that's just because that top panel ain't on. So what it is, it'll close that gap in a little, both sides. Top portion of the radiator core support just sitting in place. I'm gonna transfer over the latch mechanism and get that bolted in properly. It fits good. The hood falls right where it's supposed to. New latch cable just transferred over to the latch. Yep, that line looks a lot better now. Yes, latch works. All right, next on the list to do is transfer over the wiring harness. Take this old cut stuff off and put the car's original wiring through. So all the top portion is completely done. Radiator is pulled in. Latch is done, of course. The wires that came on the top part each side, they're in place. Now it's use the old harness as reference because I probably would have forgot just taking things off. Point for point, replacing this old cut piece with the original piece. This is headlight. This is headlight. After that, the headlights will directly bolt in. The bumper will snap in place. Well, I do got to pick up the undercarriage and bolt that on the bottom too, of course. But yeah, this wasn't so hard, wasn't bad. Just time and effort. All the wiring is done, point per point. Now I'll get the lower portion lifted up and bolted in. The under tray is bolted on and it is looking good. So now I'll get that reinforcement board put on, and that one last little dangling plug will plug into it for the horn. And then headlights can go on and bumper can go on. Reinforcement board on now. Headlights. Headlights are in. Bumper next. Bumper is on. Haha. In touch. The donor bumper didn't have a lip, so I'm putting this one on. That is a repaired front end, sort of. Favorite store. Ready to use. I got some matching paint. Kia Optima. We'll be paint matching this thing. I'm about to start the prep work sanding. There, I think I did a good job. Work area is set up and clean for tomorrow. Bars will be set up for the bumper to go on. All right, this is everything I think I might need. Got the primer, paint, clear coat. I'm gonna try using the 2K stuff. And for the prep work, got some wax and tar remover, some paint thinner, sanding pads, sander. And the other thing, I got some Bondo plastic mixing cups. I'm probably not going to use this gun. I got another one coming in today, so if it comes in on time, I'll use that new one. Plastic welder, just in case that front bumper needs some work. I'll do it from the back side and use the Bondo to repair. Some tape, of course, respirator, more plastic, and plenty of rags to clean things with and wipe stuff off, gloves, more thinner. Everything I need should be around right here. I did wipe the car off a little bit to give me a clean slate to start with. I'm gonna take the front bumper off and start taking all this little components off, like the grill, and I got the emblem taken off already. And I'll sand that down and do the body work on it. Probably leave the hood and fender on and mask off around. I'll blow the car off and dry it off before that, but it'll probably be dry by the time I'm done with body work and whatnot. Air compressor, air up too in the meantime. Bumper off, everything's wiped down good. Got some assistants that's gonna detail the inside while I'm still taking apart the bumper. I'm getting all the vents out, grills. Bumper is completely stripped out. Oh wow, I didn't completely strip it. I'm just gonna mask off this trim. It looks pretty hard to take off, and I don't want a chance breaking it. I did use the heat gun a little bit. It did mold this back into shape. So I may try flipping this around and patching it back up with the plastic welder. Use one of these, and they come with a bunch of different types of I don't know, metals, but I've always seen this type in the video, so it's the one I'm gonna use. Yeah, got the plastic welded stuff from the back side. Got the legs or the pegs trimmed down, and I recommend a face shield or PPE or closing your eyes. That flies and that is dangerous. All right, I got all the paint kind of feathered back where it was cracking, and any other like shiny clear coat is now dull. I just put a, well, I used the tar and bug remover on here. Tar and wax remover on here. I just spread a coat of Bondo. While that dries, I'm masking off the rest of the car. I'll get this stuff out of the way, pull this under a little bit, and try to get a couple coats of primer before the actual paint, and then clear coat later. Primer, paint, clear coat. We'll put the second layer of Bondo on there. Let that dry so I can sand that down. The car is pretty much masked off and has been tar and grease removed several times. There's no more gloss shining through there. It's all dull. Should be good enough for the paint to stick. All right, Bondo sanded back. About the best I'm gonna be able to fix that.
Gun came in. Well, you're not gonna saw in the box that says cups sold separately. I don't have any cups. I'll have to go get some. Gun body only. Everything from inside the box. That's cool. Get the tool. The old ones, the little $15 ones used to come with that back in the day. All right, now I'll get the right tool to get the job done. I kind of painted it already. Painted it. May need to sand it down a little and hit it with some clear. Yeah, I just skipped some filming steps and just got on with it, saved some time. The paint matches pretty damn good. Just missing the clear now. Yeah, it's been a few days, so you know, kind of got full of pollen and stuff. Masking off, I decided to just take the panels off the car. So I got them scuffed up, just drying. I'm gonna get a fresh start in the morning. Use the wax and tar remover. Spray them again, and then come over with the clear. Panels are off. About to take the wax and tar remover to it. I also prepared this gun with this cup. Have it all assembled and ready to go. That fan action. There's the paint ready to use. Just need to mix it. Stir it. See what we're working with. It's hard to tell on that transparent crap. A better example over some white. Yeah. This is a transparent type of paint, so that's pretty good coverage.
kind of hard to tell, but that laid down pretty good.
It wasn't a good demonstration. I got this thing dialed in perfectly now. There's the hood. So after a few coats of paint, I'm gonna let it sit just for a little bit and then try out that clear coat. I really want to film this good, but this is a really small space. I'm not set up for it. Had to do what I could. But you know, this time around I got no tiger stripes in the paint. I mean what looks like lines, that's my garage ribs in the door. Way better, that gun was awesome. All right, clear coat, professional use only. Well, I'm not a professional. Well, per instruction, shake for 2 minutes. Use that top to activate the catalyst. Shake for 2 more minutes, and it's ready to spray. This is after a coat of clear. One can got me a coat and a little bit left over. I'm not gonna chance using that little bit left when I start the hood, so I'm gonna bust open the second can. The hood's still drying, bumper's drying. Hopefully the hood doesn't dry tiger stripe like that. Some angles will look good. It should dry decent, I think. The second coat might help that out. Hood's drying pretty evenly. So after 2 coats of clear, each can basically only had enough to do a coat of clear each. So 2 cans, 2 total coats. I probably would need another can just for the hood. And the hood's not really bad, I just think it could have used more. I'll let them dry a couple hours and get them back on the car. Panel's back on, hood on first. Now the fender is on, and this damn near color matching. Nice. Get all the bumper components back in. Grills and vents are back on. Ready to go in the car. It's now also back on. Oh, it's better than being wrecked. Few notes. I know I did a lot wrong. I cut some corners. I was crunched on time, but at the end of the day, I know what I did wrong. I know how to make it better, and the car gets back on the road.